Not every soul you meet can hear the same love song your spirit is playing. Because marriage isn't set found, it's set felt. It's not about finding the right person, it's about becoming the right frequency. Marriage is not a contract written on paper. It's a vibration written on your soul. It's a sacred frequency, a spiritual rhythm that only those who've tuned their hearts to the same divine wavelength can feel. You don't find your person by chasing love. You attract them by resonating with the same inner harmony. The truth is, not everyone you love is meant to stay, because not everyone can tune in to your frequency. Some people only hear noise where others hear music. You see, every human being emits a frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, they all create a vibrational signature. Marriage, real marriage, is not just a union of bodies or names. It's the meeting of matching frequencies. When two souls vibrate at the same emotional and spiritual pitch, they create resonance. And resonance is what we mistake for fate. It's that moment when you meet someone and feel like you've known them forever. That's frequency alignment, not coincidence. But here's the mystery most people miss before you can attract that resonance. You must first become it. If your energy is filled with doubt, fear, or unhealed wounds, your signal will distort. You'll attract chaos instead of calm, lessons instead of love. The universe is always mirroring your vibration back to you. It doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. So before praying for marriage, ask yourself, what frequency am I broadcasting? Because you cannot tune into love while still tuned into lack. Think of your heart as a radio. If it's filled with static, fear, bitterness, insecurity, you'll only pick up unclear stations. But when you clear that static through healing, gratitude, and faith, suddenly the right frequency becomes clear. You'll start to meet people who match your energy, not your wounds. You'll recognize love not by how it looks, but by how it feels. Calm, secure, and deeply familiar. That's the sign you've tuned into the right vibration. Marriage doesn't happen because two people fall in love. It happens because two energies synchronize. Love is the emotion, but alignment is the foundation. When your inner world matches your outer desire, the right person appears without force or chase. You won't have to beg for attention or prove your worth, because frequency doesn't require convincing. It magnetizes effortlessly. The person who is meant for you will recognize your energy before your name. But let's be honest, not everyone you meet will understand your rhythm. Some people will feel your frequency and try to distort it. They'll confuse peace for boredom because they've only known chaos. They'll misread your calmness as disinterest because they haven't healed enough to sit in stillness. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to dance to your song. The universe removes those who can't harmonize with your vibration. The ending of connections isn't rejection. It's energetic realignment. If you've ever wondered why certain relationships didn't last, it's not because you failed. It's because the frequencies shifted. When one person grows spiritually and the other refuses, the energy becomes dissonant. The universe can't keep two souls together if their vibrations are pulling in opposite directions. Marriage requires harmony, not perfection, but matching intention. Two souls who choose growth over comfort, forgiveness over pride, and love over ego. That's divine alignment. Real marriage isn't found through longing. It's created through becoming. You attract what you are ready for. When your soul reaches a certain level of peace and clarity, the universe sends you a partner who mirrors that peace. That's why rushing never works, because you can't force a frequency that hasn't matured. If you're still healing, your love story is still forming. Don't chase what hasn't arrived. Evolve until it can find you naturally. The ones who truly understand love know this. Marriage begins long before the wedding. It starts in the invisible realm, in your thoughts, in your beliefs, in your energy. Every time you imagine being deeply loved, every time you give gratitude for what's coming, every time you walk in self-worth, you're tuning yourself into the vibration of marriage. The outer union only manifests after the inner harmony is achieved. So stop searching and start resonating. Stop chasing what's meant to be magnetized. If you're constantly trying to make it happen, it means you're out of alignment. The frequency of love doesn't demand. It attracts, it doesn't rush. It radiates. The more peaceful and confident you become in your waiting, the louder your signal becomes to the person who's meant to find you. You're not lost, you're being fine-tuned. Think about music. When two instruments are tuned to the same note, they vibrate in harmony without touching. That's how true souls connect. You don't need to force a bond when energy naturally harmonizes. That's why divine unions feel effortless. There's no push, no confusion, just peace. You'll know it's right, not because of how loud it feels, but because of how still your soul becomes. The universe is not ignoring your desire for marriage. It's adjusting your signal. Every heartbreak, every lesson, every disappointment was part of your tuning process. You had to learn what love is not, to recognize what love truly is. You had to outgrow temporary frequencies to reach your eternal one. The people who left were never punishment. They were part of your calibration. You're not behind. You're becoming precise. And when you finally reach that level of energetic clarity, love arrives suddenly. You'll meet someone who doesn't disturb your peace, but amplifies it. Their presence will feel like music, familiar, rhythmic, divinely composed. You'll look at them and realize, this is what my soul was waiting for all along. That's what happens when two frequencies merge. The noise fades, and only harmony remains. So if you're waiting for marriage, don't waste your time worrying about when it will happen. Focus on who you're becoming while you wait. The person who's meant for you is already out there, doing their own tuning. The universe is aligning both of you like two melodies destined to form one perfect song. You won't miss each other. You'll meet when your vibrations finally match. Stop trying to fix others' frequencies to fit yours. Some souls are simply tuned to a different rhythm. Don't lower your energy just to feel connection. Elevate your vibration and watch who naturally rises to meet you. Real love doesn't pull you down. It lifts you higher. It challenges your growth while protecting your peace. And when you both choose to keep tuning yourselves daily, through kindness, communication, and spiritual awareness, the harmony deepens over time. That's what lasting marriage sounds like. Two souls constantly choosing to stay in tune. Love in its purest form is not possession, it's vibration. It's the silent recognition between two energies that have done the work to meet at the same level of consciousness. That's why divine marriages don't crumble easily, because they're built on shared purpose, not just passion. Passion fades, but purpose sustains. When your marriage frequency is rooted in divine purpose, it withstands the storms, because both souls are moving to the same beat. So, what's your current vibration? Are you radiating peace or projecting pain? Are you vibrating love or echoing loneliness? Every thought you think sends a signal. Every emotion you feel transmits energy. You're constantly tuning yourself either toward alignment or away from it. You don't attract what you wish for. You attract what you're prepared for. When you start living in gratitude, love flows. When you speak with faith, love responds. When you embody self-worth, love recognizes you. That's how frequency works. It's a mirror, not a magnet of desperation. And once you rise into that level of self-love and faith, you'll realize that marriage was never something you had to chase. It was something that was always on its way, waiting for you to vibrate high enough to receive it. So release the fear of missing out. The one meant for you can never miss you. Energies that are aligned are destined to collide. Keep your spirit pure, your heart open, and your vibration high. The right soul will hear your frequency like a song only they were meant to recognize. Marriage is not a destination, it's a divine duet. And only those who've learned to play their soul's instrument with faith, patience, and love can hear the full melody. So tune yourself. Trust the timing. And when the music starts, you'll know. Because true love doesn't enter your life with noise. It enters like harmony. It feels like home. And that, my friend, is what it means to be in the right frequency. Marriage is not a contract. It's a vibration. It's not written on paper but etched in energy. You don't find it by searching endlessly through faces. You attract it by embodying the very frequency of love itself. The kind of marriage that lasts isn't built on conditions, but on connection, a spiritual resonance that defies logic. You must become the vibration of what you desire before it can meet you. Love doesn't respond to begging, it responds to becoming. When you vibrate peace, you draw someone who values peace. When you vibrate faith, you meet someone who believes deeply too. The energy you carry is your magnet. So instead of hunting for the one, become the one who vibrates at the level of love you seek. The moment you reach that alignment, marriage stops being a dream and becomes your natural reflection. The universe mirrors your energy, not your wishes. You can say all the right prayers and still attract the wrong people if your frequency remains rooted in fear. The law of resonance doesn't hear your words, it hears your vibration. When your thoughts are soaked in doubt, you draw experiences that match that energy. But when you live from gratitude, confidence, and self-worth, the universe echoes that same love back to you. Every person who enters your life reflects where you are vibrationally. That's why transformation always begins within. The clearer your signal, the purer your attraction. Don't try to convince the universe with words, show it through your vibration, because it always responds, not to your requests, but to your readiness. True connection happens through resonance, not romance. You can't manufacture alignment. You can only feel it. When two souls vibrate on the same frequency, they don't chase, they recognize. It feels like home, like you've known each other beyond time. That's not coincidence. That's energetic harmony. Romance may fade, but resonance sustains. It's the invisible rhythm that keeps love alive. When emotions shift, when your energy sings in tune with another soul's energy, there's no need to force the melody. It flows. This kind of connection doesn't depend on appearance or circumstance. It's two souls remembering their song. You can't fake resonance. It either exists or it doesn't. And when it does, love becomes effortless. Healing is tuning. Every heartbreak you've endured was not punishment. It was calibration. The universe was removing the static from your frequency so that love could reach you clearly. Pain refines vibration. The tears that broke you also purified your energy. Each wound became a tuning fork, teaching your heart how to vibrate higher. Healing doesn't just fix you, it aligns you. You start vibrating with self-worth, confidence, and truth. What once attracted chaos now attracts calm. What once chased validation now radiates assurance. Healing transforms your frequency from survival to serenity. That's when love finally recognizes you, not as someone desperate to be saved, but as someone ready to be met. You can't force a bond that isn't vibrating on your level. No matter how much effort you give, if the energies don't match, the connection will always feel heavy. The universe protects your peace by pulling you away from misaligned vibrations. Separation isn't cruelty, it's divine correction. When someone leaves, it's not rejection, it's realignment. You're being redirected toward a frequency that can sustain your spirit, not drain it. Stop trying to fix what's falling apart. Sometimes the dissonance is the answer. You can't make someone hear your song if they're tuned to a different station. Trust that what's meant for you will rise to your level. Alignment never requires convincing. It simply connects. Real love feels like peace, not pressure. When you meet the one who matches your frequency, your soul exhales. There's no guessing, no pretending, no shrinking. Only ease. Love, when pure, doesn't demand that you abandon yourself. It amplifies who you are. It doesn't make you anxious. It makes you calm. The right person doesn't create chaos in your spirit. They harmonize with it. You'll know it's real, not by how loud it feels, but by how still it makes you inside. Real love is soft but strong, gentle but grounding. It moves like music that never ends. Consistent, soothing, unforced. When you experience that level of peace, you'll realize love isn't meant to shake you. It's meant to settle you. Marriage is a divine duet. It's two souls that have tuned themselves through faith, pain, and patience, finally harmonizing in purpose. Each partner plays their own melody, but together they create a song the world can feel. A sacred marriage isn't about perfection. It's about partnership. It's when both people are committed to staying in tune, even when life shifts the rhythm. They grow, forgive, evolve, and retune, again and again. The music never stops. It transforms. Their love becomes a vibration that others can sense, a living example of what divine union sounds like. And when you finally hear that song, steady, sacred, and true, you'll know that marriage was never just about love. It was about alignment.